Welcome to Babs Yoga. Today we're going to do some seated stretching and connect with our root chakra. And before we start, I like to just read a little affirmation that you can think about as you're doing your practice or as you go throughout your day. I am connected to all that is around me. This connection gives me a strong foundation and does not hold me back. Security and stability in life allow me to move with both confidence and connection to who I am. Soham, I am what I am. So let's start. We will start seated. And this is really focusing on hip flexors and using our root chakra, connecting to the earth, getting that sense that we are grounded and that we have stability. And here we go. So keeping the legs parallel, flexing the feet. We'll rise the arms up, pulling and engaging the Uddiyana Bandha lock. The shoulders are down. We'll reach forward, taking the big toe with our peace fingers, wrapping the thumb around, lengthening with the full breath. And then we'll exhale and fold. Really using that breath. One more full inhale and exhale. As you walk your hands back towards your hips, put your feet flat, heels are underneath the knees, and we'll do our inverted tabletop. Opening the chin, lifting the hips, really feel the stretch of the thighs, opening the shoulders, and then slowly coming down. Extending your leg back straight to parallel, flex the feet, reaching up with the inhale, opening the arms. This time we'll go our fingers behind our toes, rising the chest, lengthening in the vertebrae. Feel the lumbar really lengthening and straightening, letting the head reach down, taking a breath, breathing in. And then exhaling it out, walking the torso back, placing your hands on the outside of the hips. Fingers are facing forward. We'll rise through the hips on the inhale, opening the heart, feeling that inverted plank position. Chest is lifting, breathing in. Exhale it out, slowly coming down, letting the hips come down. Flex the feet. One more time, rise the arms up. Forward fold, Dandasana. Hands are going to go all the way behind, grabbing onto the wrist, rising the torso with the inhale, and exhale and melt, feeling connected to the earth, pulling the Uddiyana Bandha nice and tight, breathing in, exhale, let it melt, breathing in, exhale, let it fold, walking your hands back. We'll bring our knees to our chest, rising the legs up straight, shoulders are down, going to Navasana pose, boat pose, feeling the connection of the tailbone lengthening, shoulders are sinking and melting, chest is rising and lifting, breathing in, exhale it out, bending the knees, give them a hug, extend your left leg out. Flexing that foot, rising the arms up, feeling the right hip sinking back to the left, reaching forward. Palms are going to face down and then face out, wrapping around towards the back, finding the wrist to the fingers, rising the chest, right hip is lengthening, pulling back, exhale and fold. Breathing in, exhale and fold. Rising the torso up, taking the right knee, let the right knee fall out to the side. Adjust that left foot so it's diagonally towards the left. Reaching the right arm side and up, and then over towards that leg. Opening the right shoulder, pulling in the abdominals, really lengthen, and then exhale, release. Rising the arms up, placing that right arm behind your back. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky. Really opening the heart. Open that Anahata. Breathing in. Exhale, fold. Slowly coming back down. Taking the right foot, place it over the left thigh in the half lotus pose. Bringing that left foot coming in. Just letting the hips sink down and melt. Breathing in, abdominals are nice and tight. Rising the arms up, flexing through that right foot, reaching forward. Feeling the tailbone staying down to the mat, the ischium bones, the sit bones melting and grounding. Feeling that root chakra, feeling that stability of pose. Breathing in. Exhale it out. One more full breath. Breathe it in. Exhale it out. Rising the torso up. Bringing that knee in. Let it come cross over just where you are. Right hip sinks down. Rising the arms up. And we'll spiral over to your right. The left hand is in front. The left elbow is in front of that right knee. As the focus is going back, breathing in. Exhale, release. Letting the arms come around, letting the head release. The lower back is rounding. Just letting it melt, letting it relax. Bringing the torso back up, taking the right leg, bring it behind you to your pigeon pose. Flexing the left foot so it's equal towards that right shoulder. Top of the right foot is down to the mat, thigh is facing down. Walking your hands all the way down. Letting the head release. The right shoulder is melting, the right hip is releasing. Flexing through that right foot, breathing in. Exhale it out. Walking your hands, lifting the chest up. You'll take your right hand to find the back of that foot. Pressing the right thigh down, connecting, feeling the energy going down through the hips, up, out through the top of the head, breathing in, pressing in that foot a little bit more, stretching out that quadricep. And then exhale, release. Bringing that right foot around, turning the thigh out, toes and heels are together. Hands are on the ankles, Pada Konasana, open the heart, and forward fold. Adding a little pressure in the inner thighs there, just to let the hips open. Taking a breath, feeling the roundness of the back, breathing in, and then fold it out. Rising the torso up. You'll take the right foot again, peace fingers go onto the big toe. Stretching that leg out, really reach it out. Lift it up and back, lengthen in the torso. Bringing the right foot back down. Same with the left. Left peace fingers go around the big toe. Really energize, let the chest is lifting and the shoulder blades are sinking. Bringing that left leg out, flex through that foot. Lift it a little bit higher and bring it back down. Taking the right foot one more time, this time on the outside of that right ankle. Give it a stretch, pull it back, that knee towards that shoulder. Extend it up. Taking the left leg, left hand, bring it to that arch. Right hand is going to go underneath. So the right elbow is going to go underneath that knee. And we're going to pull it over. Really hug as much as you can so that foot is hanging. Then we'll take that left, cross it over. And if you can, go through that push-up position. And then extending your legs out so we are in grasshopper pose. Taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale. Bringing the hips back down. Remember, it's for play. Rising the chest up. And then extending the legs out. Walking your hands forward, fold. Flexing through the feet, lengthen through the torso. And release coming down. Feeling the ischium bones grounding and planting that root chakra. Releasing and letting go. Slowly walking the torso up, bringing your heels and inner thighs, squeeze them together. Rising up to Tandasana and forward fold. Grabbing the big toe with the fingers, peace fingers. Exhale and fold. Letting the head release. Letting the length of the back reaching and melting and sinking. Walking your hands back, lifting the torso up, bend your feet, Bend the knees, bring them up to tabletop position, rising the hips up on the inhale. Bringing the hips down on the exhale. Extending your legs forward, flexing the feet. Inhale with the arms going up, forward fold. Really reach through that back. This time hands on the outside of the feet. Open the heart, pressing through the heels. Exhale. Take a full breath, lengthen in the lower back, breathing in. Exhale. Walking your hands back, rolling through the spine, keeping your feet right where they are. Fingers are facing your hips. Rise up, open to inverted V pose, lifting up. And then slowly coming back down. Last one, rising up. Bring your arms all the way behind the feet, grabbing onto the opposite wrist. If you had the right, grab the left. Energy through the lower back, keeping it long and straight. Exhale, release. One more full breath, breathing in. Exhale, release. Walking the hands back, bringing the knees in, squeezing the scapula bone, shoulders back, rising the feet up, Navasana pose, reaching, pulling the abdominals underneath the ribs, taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale, let the knees hug, extend the right leg forward, reaching the arms up, keeping that left thigh really squeezing inside towards that left ribs, rounding the arms behind the back, finding the fingers of the wrist, flexing through the heel, really feeling that bind, opening the heart and letting it fold. Rising the torso, releasing the hands, let the knee come down. Open the right leg slightly to the diagonal of the mat, reaching the left arm up and over, reaching, planting that left hip down, feeling the hips melt, pressing the ischium bone. Don't let it lift, press it, open, release. Left arm reaches back behind the hip, right arm reaches up, pressing the hips up, really feeling that modified rock star, taking a breath, and then exhale, calming it down. Taking that left foot, cross it over on top of the right thigh, so you're in your half lotus, taking the bottom right foot, bringing it down, adjusting the ischium bones so they're sinking, taking a breath, let it release here. Exhale, walking your hands forward. Try not to lift the tailbone up, keeping those hip bones planted, the ischium bones planted into the mat. Feeling the root chakra, breathing in. Exhale it out. Walking the torso up. Let that left foot drop down to the side. Bring the right foot a little closer to your hip. Rising the arm and spiraling to your left. Using the elbow to slightly rotate and twist. Pulling the belly in. Exhale it out. Counter stretch it. Just twist towards the open of the legs. Letting the head drop. Just letting it release and go. Breathing in. Exhale. Lifting the torso up. You'll take that left leg. Turn it round to the back to our pigeon pose. Adjust this front heel. Make sure it's in line with that hip. Turning out. Keep that foot flexed. Back of the left foot is on the mat. The quadricep is sinking and melting. Releasing the torso. Breathing in. Really flexing through that right foot so the toes are reaching for the shin. Exhale. One more full breath. Breathing in. Exhale, walk the hands back up. The left knee is going to bend. The left foot is going to grab onto the toes. Sink that left hip down. Left shoulder is reaching forward. Breathing in. Exhale. Releasing that foot down. Bring that left foot around. Turn it out. Toes and heels together. Open the heart. and forward fold. Taking a breath. Exhale. Maybe lengthening more in the lower back so it's more of a straight spine instead of a curve. Letting the thighs release down, the hips relaxing. The connection of the root chakra, we are grounded. Exhale. Lifting the torso up, you're going to take your left hand on the outside of that foot. Peace fingers go into the big toe, extending it out. Chest is lifting, open, flexing through that heel. Open the heart and bringing that foot back down. Same thing, lift it. Place the peace fingers on the big toe. And then extend that right leg back. Try not to shift back in the tailbone. You want to really feel that you're on that ischium bone. Really stretch the torso. Lengthen the tailbone down. Opening that right thigh. Bringing that foot down. Here we go to our peak pose. We're going to lift that left leg back up. Bring that knee, pull it back, feeling like a bow. Really stretching and pulling and getting that full stretch. Then taking our right hand, place it on the arch of the foot. Take the left elbow underneath that left knee. Help it out if you need. You want to hook that left knee on top of the shoulder. Let the foot hang. Take the opposite right foot on top. We're going to lift up. We're going to try to balance. Extend those legs out for grasshopper. Breathing in. Exhale it out. Slowly coming down. Let your toes come out. Stretching it out. And we'll forward fold. Release. Breathing in. Exhale it out. Really flex those toes this time. Make sure the torso is a little bit more straight. Feeling the ischium bones sink. Feeling the thighs rolling back. Breathing in. Exhale. Rolling the torso back up. Bringing the legs forward. We're going to shimmy a little to the front of your mat. And then slowly bringing the lower back down, feeling and moving through each vertebrae. Abdominals are strong. Pull them up underneath the ribs. And then let the head come down, placing your heels underneath the knees. Going to our bridge pose. Taking a breath, breathing in. Exhale, palms come together. Index finger is tight. Pinky is stretching to the mat. Opening the heart. Lift those hips up a little bit higher. Breathing in. Exhale, release. Releasing the fingers. This time we're going to go back up and we're going to do a figure 4. Rising the hips up. Palms come together. Pinky is touching. Shoulders are squeezing. We're going to take our right foot and cross it over, opening that hip. Feeling both hips level. Feeling the stretch. Breathing in. And then exhale, releasing the leg down. Right knee comes into the chest, extending that left foot. Rising the right leg. Take your peace fingers one more time on the big toe. Hips are square across. Left foot is in flexion. Really energy is going out through the heels. Pull that leg a little bit closer to you. Let's open that right thigh out to the side. If you want to place your hand to the left just to feel a little bit more balance and connection to the earth. Try not to let that left hip lift. Press that left hip back and out. Opening that right leg. Bringing that right leg back up. Releasing your hands. Place it underneath. We're going to lift our chin. Look at our abdominals. Lift the left leg off the floor. About 2 inches. Pulling that right knee into the chest. Take a breath. Switching legs. Exhale. Give it a stretch. Take a breath. Exhale, switch. One more set. Breathing in. And switch. And switch. Right leg is reaching towards. Give it a hug. Full stretch. Breathing in. And then release it. Bringing the right knee together with the left. Toes are in flexion. Let's go to our happy baby pose. Feel the knees sinking down. The feet are flexed. We're going to extend our legs out as much as we can. Give it a stretch. Bring it back to happy baby, bending those knees. Bringing the legs together, hands to the side, shoulders are melting, abdominals are squeezing. Lower the legs with control without arching the back. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. Bring the knees to your chest, releasing the lower back. Placing your feet back down. Rising the hips up for bridge. Shoulders are squeezing. Palms are together, rising the heart. And then exhale, release. Using your pranavaya to gather and strengthen, using that breath, rising up, palms together. Left leg is going to lift up, crosses. Right heel goes on top of the thigh, opening those hips, breathing in. Exhale, release the legs. Right knee comes down, the hips come down. Left knee comes to the chest, right leg is extending. Left hand is going to find the big toes, peace fingers. Extend that left leg up to the sky, keeping both hips square, flexing through the right. Really reach that heel energy is going out, opening the left leg out to your left. Do not let the right hip roll towards the left, but feel the energy. Maybe use that arm to stabilize the hips a little bit more. Taking a breath, bring the leg back in. Good. Exhale. Lifting the chin, release, hands go behind that shin. Breathing in. Exhale, lifting that bottom leg off. We're going to reach and switch. Always keeping the abdominals nice and tight. And switch. And switch. Really feel that stretch. Give that leg a little bit more of a hug. And switch. You got it. Bring that leg a little closer to you. Let the head come down. Let the knees join. Going to our happy baby. Flex the feet. Palms on the arch. Open those knees. Maybe swing or bend and stretch. Whatever feels good. Maybe a little bit of a rock. Just keeping that tailbone lengthening. Bring the knees in. And then we'll extend the legs out. Really feel that releasing of the hips, the flexion of the toes. And then slowly bringing your legs back up. Palms down onto the mat. The shoulders are there. And slowly we'll come down as you're exhaling, breathing out. And then inhale. Bring the knees to your chest one more time. Hands underneath. We'll do a little rocking up. Coming back to your easy seat Sukhasana. Hands can be heart center. Feeling the grounding. Feeling the hips releasing the ischium bones. Feeling the hip flexors really released and let go from that short practice of stretching. So practice during the day, go back to this. If ever you need to do just simple exercises of stretching the legs, right and left leg, practice this. It should work. So collectively we'll take a big inhale in and opening the mouth and sighing it all out. And together we'll bow down and say namaste. Namaste. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye. Ciao.